Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Inside the Walls podcast. I'm your host, Jim Renier. And, Jeff's not here. So he's been called into work, so Jeff won't be here this episode. He'll be here next week. And he has things to do with, folks. So you have to deal with me tonight. It's episode above. Alongside me is the owner of the Louisville, excuse me. I just saw a score from ESPN. I do apologize. Louisiana Rouxgaroux, Keith Carter. How are you doing, Keith?
Doing great tonight. I do love Louisville, but we're in Louisiana, and love to talk about the Rouxgaroux for the next hour.
Yeah. And remember I was talking about betting. One of those games was like I want to go check see that. No, I didn't win any money on that one, so that's my problem. But very interactive season. You know, first off, I know you see a lot of chat on social media. The first thing they notice is the logo change, the name change. 2026. What's the deal there?
So, we came out of 2025 disappointed a little bit on not making the playoffs, but the Rouxgaroux faithful stuck with us, and we are embedded in Louisiana culture, so we stayed with the Rouxgaroux, a half man, half werewolf that lives in the bayous and swamps of Louisiana, and it was a catchy mascot and a catchy title, and we've revamped that, and we are now the Louisiana Rouxgaroux.
Well, we were joking off air for the people who are watching. Here's a logo. Well, it's more. You can see the old logo in this one. This one it looks like it's jumping at you, except for on the side. You can see on the side of the helmet the old logo itself. What inspired you to get the change? Is just make it more modern than the last logo?
Yeah, I was in the owners group from 2025 and had the opportunity to take over 100% ownership, and the NAL supported me then. And July 15th, I took over the assets, name, image, and likeness of the Rouxgaroux, and started doing some research and started putting together a front office and trying to look at this concept of keeping arena football not only in the Shreveport-Bossier City area, but the Arklatex and the whole state of Louisiana. So we had input from the state, and we happy to report we are the only arena football team in Louisiana, and bringing in the old gold color and the fleur-de-lis into our logo is part of our revamp and our rebrand, and that's where we're at, Louisiana Rouxgaroux.
Oh, you look at the logo, you see it. You can tell it's part of Louisiana, but why not, trying to adapt to all the universities around, were you trying to stay away from that? Is Louisiana really strict on who, supports certain colors for certain logos?
Well, we're very unique in Louisiana. So we have, I think, 8 different colleges that play D1 or D2 football in Louisiana. Louisiana Tech, McNeese, ULM, just to name a few. A ULL in Lafayette, but there's always just one LSU team, and that a Louisiana team, and that's LSU. So we want to keep that purple and gold at LSU, and we stayed with the maroon, the black. We've added this old gold for a Louisiana flair, and everyone is really excited with our new logo and our new team concept.
Well, speaking with the new team, it means you go a different path with the guys on the field. You have the opportunity to introduce the head coach for your Louisiana Rouxgaroux for the 2026 season there, Keith.
Absolutely. We're a couple of firsts tonight on your podcast. We're announcing our head coach, Michael Blair, who comes from our coaching staff last year and has taken the reins as head coach. And he has assembled a regional and local coaching staff that I'm very proud of. So I want to introduce Michael Blair.
Coach, welcome to Louisiana. Welcome to the NAL. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me, and thank you again, Mr. Carter, for giving me the opportunity.
So you were with the team last year. Now you're the head guy. You're making all the calls now. Are you ready for the upstep and the bigger responsibilities of being the head coach?
Yeah, I believe so. It's not a small task to be asked of, but I'm up for the responsibility. I've been there before, not in the NAL, of course, but I'm ready for it.
Well, we know the history of coaches in Louisiana, especially one that's in Baton Rouge. That he gets on, certain games that he's on hot seat instantly. So, but hey, that's the passion of the state. They love football in the state of Louisiana. And one thing I noticed from last season is that Louisiana fan support was incredible last year for your organization. I expect that to return this year. What are the fans going to expect from this version of the team that's under you?
Look, the fans, they should expect a more disciplined team, physically and mentally tough, ready to bring it to the field. They're going to be out there supporting the fans, supporting us as coaches. I mean, they're going to be ready to play the actual game. Like I said, this is going to be a tough football team. They're going to communicate really well and just bring it to the field.
Speaking about your coaching background, where did you come from? Your journey. You're now here, the head coach, and is there anyone you're bringing with you for the 2026 season?
Yeah, my coaching background. Well, I played in high school here in Louisiana, in Bossier City. Went to Parkway High School. They're doing so much better now. They got some really good players, but my career goes into the Army. I went joined the military, and I played in some Army games. Not the Army team, but around post to post, things like that. As a quarterback, once I left there, they asked me to coach the team, so I started beginning coaching there. Left the Army, came back home, kind of got into some youth football activities, moved in to help organize some of the middle school teams, and it just developed from there. We went into some 11-11 kind of semi-pro teams, 9 versus 9 developmental leagues, and then I got asked to be part of the Rouxgaroux, and I couldn't deny it. So I said, "Hey, look, I'm ready." Came in as quarterback coach.
Game as core. So not a fan of Navy, eh?
No, I'm not. going. I can't answer that. I love every military branch. So.
Oh, that's still one. That's still a bucket list game for me. Is Army Navy? To at least go to one of those games. Uh, Army's have an interesting season. From the mishap week 1, then going to Kansas State, up and down. So, but academy schools, they still find a way to manage to win 7-8 games in the regular season, end up in the bowl game. But speaking about your military and your law enforcement background, how would that reinforce what you would be as a head coach for the Rouxgaroux?
Oh, and military and my police background, it's taught me leadership. I know how to get these guys and coach them as to be a part of a team, not on the field and on the field and off the field. And like I said, I can bring discipline in to where these guys are just maintaining their discipline on that field, where they know when they need to go out there and perform, and they know when they need to stop at some point. Okay. Leadership is huge to me, and that's what the military and police taught me. Discipline, being focused mentally and physically. They're going to bring it all.
What about player development? What's your focus on bringing guys in, especially the guys maybe they're on the team last year, bringing them back, and then trying to push them to get them the opportunity to pursue their goals? Because we all know there's another 3-letter league that's currently playing right now on Sundays that a lot of these players want to get to one day.
Well, yeah, and they, bringing them in. I have talked to a couple guys, but they have to show me that they really want it. They have to have the passion to play the game. They can't just want to say, okay, hey, I want to be a one-hit wonder one season and be done. I mean, everybody knows this league, this career, this sport is hard on everybody. So they got to come in and teach their bodies how to be, with nutrition, with being with lifting weights out there, cardio, everything. On the field, it's going to show a lot, but off the field, they need to show me everything to be a good person in the community as well. Because playing the sport is one thing, but getting out there and interacting with fans and things like that builds character for yourself. So that's huge for player development for me. Is how you perform off the field.
Well, speaking of player development, we do have an individual on the back. Well, not really in the back. He's in the green screen. Well, both of them are in the green screen now. I don't know what's going on. Technology, folks. It's not me. Who's joining you on your coaching staff this year for the Rouxgaroux?
Well, let's see. More than likely have my defensive coordinator, assistant head coach, Thomas Williams. He brings a ton of knowledge to the game, and I'm glad for him to be part of this team with me and Carter.
What was it? The nickname T-Will is what we're calling him. So I gotta write that
T-Will.
down. So when I'm breaking down games this season, I know who the DC is. T-Will, welcome to the show.
Welcome. How you guys doing? I apologize for my tardiness. I'm currently coaching. Sometimes I hate I even picked up a football. So I'm coaching a local middle school here, and we just finished up a hard-fought game, man. We lost 14-8. But hey, we got some improving to do, and we're gonna get that fixed. I'm gonna get that fixed as a coach.
Well, again, coaching means you can't be perfect because you can have the best game of your career and you still find little flaws that you have to fix. That's the coaching itself. It's like me doing shows and podcasting, and I mess up names like Keisha Weiss. How did I do that? And I have to go get better, and I still mess up the names I practice. But you're joining the staff. What are you looking forward to in 2026?
Well, last year I was a part of the staff. I started off as the wide receivers coach, and ended up going into the defensive coordinator's position because of my experience or whatever. But yeah, man, I bring same thing Blair brings, man. I bring leadership, experience, discipline. Because we weren't as disciplined as I would have liked us to been last year. So, but we plan on putting a great product on the field and winning some games, man. We're gonna win some games.
Well, speaking of the first home game, if you didn't see the NAL Twitter account this morning or the accounts on social media, we're gonna play the video for you right now for the first home game for Rouxgaroux.
I like it. I like it.
Great job.
So
Yeah, I like that.
So the first game is against the, well, you could say somewhat new organization, but they've had history in the NAL against the Amarillo. If I said it wrong again, they're going to send me emails. Have permission. Too many names. The Warbirds coming to town to take on the Rouxgaroux. We also have a question in the chat of a fan from Greg T. They like the new logo there, Keith. Any plans for the playing surface for 2026?
So we will have a new playing surface. We are in our schedule will be rolled out in the next week to 10 days. And we will be announcing all of our new football operations around the turf, the arena, adding into our front office and coaching staff. So we've got all that planned on a rollout. So you're going to be very, very surprised with what you see and very pleased.
And also, we got other fans chiming in and saying Warbirds, ew. So,
the Warbirds are a lot of history involved in that team. And I had the honor, actually, Coach Blair went with me out to Las Vegas to the board of directors meeting and got to meet Leaf and his staff. And they have a wonderful, wonderful product in Amarillo. And they're going to be tough competition. But we're going to bring them in. And they're going to come to Louisiana, and they're going to get to the Bossier City, Shreveport area, and we're going to treat them with hospitality, and we're going to have fun during the game. And my coaching staff tell me that that we're going to walk away with a W on that one. So I'll go ahead and mark that one 1-0.
Is there a rivalry between Louisiana and Texas? I don't know.
There's a huge rivalry in that. Not now, Amarillo are our friends. They're not our arch rivals because we'll talk about them in a little bit. You already know who that's going to be. So
I was just like Texas and Louisiana. I
yeah,
can't think of a rivalry that popped. I'm joking, fans. I know
yeah.
who the big college rivalry is between the two states. I'm just
Well,
there's
they
this
have so much. They have so many colleges. They really can't determine which one is their favorite. So so on the college front, we're all behind LSU when we have to play A&M or Texas. But we'll see. Those Texas teams have got to come to Louisiana, and they got to face a tough Rouxgaroux team. So we're excited about that.
So are you saying that Texas are bandwagon fans that just jump on the team that's winning?
Well, they've got this new expansion team that you got to announce, right? This brand new Dallas. What do they call it? Cows? Is it Dallas Cows? I believe it is. I think Doc's got. I think Doc's got Doc's got a great staff over there, and he's putting together a wonderful team and product of the Dallas Bulls. And we've already determined that it's the I-20 showdown when we get to play the Dallas Bulls. So it's going to be exciting.
Well, the showdown there. Also, T-Will, just heads up, we got a little background noise in your mic, but it's fine. So I don't want to say why I'm muting you. I'm not telling you. That's the reason why. So, well, now you're gonna get the fans all chiming in. They're already chiming in. Dallas Cows, LOL. See, there we go. Off-season banter.
I'm giving them some fodder, Jim. I'm just giving them something to talk about. But going back before you guys talk about football, it's important as an owner, general manager, to allow a coaching staff to be coaches, right? And to put together a business product that is very important to the community, that's important to ourselves, but also to our fan base and our game time operations. So not only did we go out to get a full staff of coaches that have committed to us, but they're leaders of men, and that's the most important part. So we're coming in with 22-year-olds to 32-year-olds, and it's a very important time in their life, and it's important for them to be leaders in the community, leaders on the football field, and be professional athletes. And I put together a football operations and a staff that is going to put together a great product. So I know Blair's got some announcements to make on some of our strength and conditioning, and I'm just really pleased with what these guys have put together just in a very, very short amount of time to put together a 2026 team and a 2026 year that's going to be great.
Coach, what is this announcement that you want to share with us today?
Well, I'm proud to announce that we are going to partner up with D1 training facility here in the Shreveport local area. What they're going to bring is, strength and conditioning to our players. They're going to allow our players to come in, and they're going to train them multiple days throughout the week with strength and conditioning. Let them get in there and do some football drills, lifting weights. They're going to get nutrition plans. I mean, a lot of good stuff is coming from them, and we're very proud to bring them in. They were here with us last year, and they're going to bring so much more this year. It brought so much community outreach for both, and our players loved it last year, so we're going to let them roll it again. And I'm thrilled to have them because it alleviates a lot of pressure on us. They get to do the strength and conditioning parts, and we love it.
So
that take care of. Well, you can say you take care of it. A lot of organizations don't realize how important D1 is because they deal with a lot of indoor programs nationwide. So
exactly.
So D1, our D1 franchise here is a great facility. Ethan Williford is the manager. He's a great guy. He's got an ownership group that completely supports arena football, professional athletes, and the Rouxgaroux. And we've already set aside, our in-season schedule for strength and conditioning, 2 hours, and rehab rehab opportunities for a couple of hours, and even our practice is going to be held at D1 indoor and outdoor facilities. So it's an all-inclusive package with D1, and they're all on board with nutrition and wellness checks. And I'm just excited to be able to bring one of our first partnerships back from last year, and even 10 times that contribution, that they're going to be dedicated with coaching staff, strength and conditioning coaching, to work with our football operations coaching staff to put the 25 best players on the field every week, or 21 of the 25 on the field to play professional football in the NAL.
Back to you, Coach. That's one of the things about being a coach. You can't be a coach without players. What's the process for you to scope out to bring talented players to Louisiana?
I mean, look, I've reached out to a lot of guys that I was able to network when we went to Las Vegas. We're still in the process. I mean, we're very, very close to saying, all right, hey, these are the guys that we want. Also, in the local area, well, I say regional area, bringing in a lot of these guys in for tryouts, seeing what they can actually bring to the table.
Well, it's Louisiana and it's Texas. If you can't find football talent, you're not doing your job. It's like there's talent, like there are 5-star recruits that come out, especially that area of the country. You can go down this like what 30 minutes down east. You're in La Tech, and Monroe's right down there. So you gotta find.
Yeah.
Just pull up in one of those campuses and like, hey, you want to play? Come on, go with me. They'll play. Trust
Oh,
me.
there's definitely talent here, and we've reached out to a lot of people, and we're going to get that tryout going, and we're going to see a lot of people come in, and I think it's going to be good.
Did you have those tryout dates you wanted to announce, Head Coach Blair?
Yes, sir. The first date is going to be October 18th, and that's going to be at D1. It's on a Saturday. That's our first tryout date. Do you want me to go ahead and announce all three, or you want to hold off on that?
Sure, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. October 18th is the first tryout date. December 6th is going to be the second tryout date, and then January 17th is going to be the third, and it's all going to be held at D1 training facility.
D1. So come out, try out. A lot of coaches do different. They do a lot of free agency and then leave a lot of positions open for tryouts. Is that basically you're going to bring up that same type of development to create your roster? That there will be positions available if there's someone looks good at tryout. You're just not going to give positions. You got to earn it. But is there an opportunity for that?
It's definitely going to be a competition for these guys. I mean, we got so many that we can bring to camp. So, hey, the best man wins. But you got to remember, we're not just looking at raw talent. I want to see how you are professionally too, because I mean, this is a professional sport. You can't just come out and be, good at football. You got to be good at everything.
Good at football, good at everything. It's perfect. You got to be professional. T.
Yeah.
What are you looking at in talent when they come to the tryout, especially free agency? You got to see who's going to be on your defense. Who are you looking for?
Oh man, we're looking for arena football players. A lot of people can play 11-man football, but only a handful can play arena. Myself, being a former arena player, that's a plus. That's a plus because basically, because the more things you do, the more valuable you are to the team. With the 21-man roster, you got a defensive end. He's got to be able to play, offensive tackle / guard. Or linebacker, something that gives us depth. And like Blair said, the professionalism, their film, how they work, are they team players? We look into their social media and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, man. Keith Carter's doing a great thing. Coach Blair's doing a great thing. The Louisiana Rouxgaroux are going to do great things. So hey, I said it. I said it. I
Talk
got
your talk, coach.
Well, I got a history over there in Texas, man, and a lot of those arena teams don't like me, because, with some of my experience, we get some Louisiana guys and we go over there and beat up on Texas, and that's what I like about Mr. Carter. That's what I like about Blair. So, You know, we come and like I said, we're gonna put a great product on the field, and we're gonna win some games.
What right now, just even though we don't have a roster with you guys, what would be the mentality of your defense?
My defense is discipline, being where you're supposed to be, making the plays that you're supposed to make. You know, it's not semi-pro. You know, whatever. Hey, if you're getting paid to get out there and make tackles, make tackles. You know, you get paid to knock down balls. You know, and those are the kind of we're looking for those kind of players, man. Because like you know, Coach Blair said, we got a lot of local guys, man. We got Grambling, Louisiana Tech, you know, ULM, you know, Northwestern, all around, you know, within throwing a rock, you know, from the Shreveport Bossier area. So, hey, man, we're looking for some guys. We got some local guys who can go too that we found out, you know. So, hey, somebody better be ready because some football games are gonna break out this year.
Coach Blair, it looks like you're starting to turn into Batman with darkness inside your vehicle.
Yeah, I apologize. Try to get some light going on in here, but
You're good. Uh, well, you're the head coach, so you want to hold mentality. But what's the overall scope of what you want when the season ends? What you want your team to? You go. This is what I want this team to be achieved on the field. Not about championship. We're not even counting playoffs, championships. What you when the season is when you look back at this 2026 season, what will the team identify as, character wise, player wise?
obviously, I mean, everybody's going to say winners, but it's not what you're looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, professionals. Somebody that can go out there and say, you know what, I went from being a player to growing to be a man. I can go out here and do anything I set my eyes on. That's the whole aspect of me as a coach, and I know T. Will agrees with me. We want to build these players from not just players, but to grown men, and they are when they come in. You know, they're all men, but we want to give them that tools. We want to put things in their pocket and their toolbox to say, you know what, hey, I've learned so much more than just being a player on a football field, but how to communicate with others, how to network, get out there and involve themselves in the community, and just being a leader out there to anywhere they go.
And this will be a question for all you guys because you see this a lot throughout the league. Will there be a lot of community outreach programs or events leading up to the season to get everything going before toe hits leather against the Warbirds?
Absolutely. My plans are, and this is me, Keith Carter. I know he has a lot in his mind going on right now too, and so does T. Will. But I definitely want big in the D1, big into high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, getting out there with the kids, hosting camps for them. Also, I'm very big on the Shriners Hospital, St. Jude's Hospital, getting out there and interacting with people that love to see us, that can't always come and watch us.
I love his good tea. Coach, what's your thoughts there?
Oh, so basically, piggybacking off of Blair, man. I'm a community based guy. You know, faith, family, football. You know, I want our guys to. You know, we're gonna create a professional atmosphere, but we're gonna be fan friendly. You know, I want people to know that they can get close to pro football players, you know, and who are really great people, you know, as far as, like I said, just being active. You know, we got camps, you know, everything. You know, our guys get out and get involved with the youth. They officiate games, you know, and for these kids to know that, hey, that's a pro player right there, you know, officiating my game because they give back, they give their time, you know, man, and I just love it. You know, it's awesome. It's awesome. You know, we have a city mentality. You know, we have a city mentality. I want those fans. I want fans to come to the game just to meet players for what they do, not just because they're great football players. You know, that's a great feeling. That's a feeling that I had as a player to have someone come up to you and say, "Hey, man, I follow you on social media. I wanted my son to meet you." You know, that's a great feeling, and that's what we're looking for, and that's the standard for our players.
Oh, that was one of my questions. Next is what's your message to the fans for the season?
My message:
Yeah, what's your
come,
I'll ask Blair and I'll ask Bill.
come see the show. Come see the show because it's going to be a show, and a football game's going to break out in the middle of the show. I'm telling you that. It's going to be entertaining. You know, it's fun, fast, entertaining football. You know, there's always something to do. You know, there's a football game going. Then we got, the community. We got the crowd involved. They're out playing some games. You know, somebody's winning something, and we got our owner. We got our owner out there with the mascot costume on. Oh, did I say that? I didn't say that.
That
No,
was
man, but
good.
I
That was
won't.
good.
They're gonna love us, man. They're gonna come experience the Rouxgaroux. It's gonna be the Rouxgaroux experience. You know, it's gonna be something that hasn't been. You know, because I was around when we had a professional team. I was a part of it many, many years ago, and from the planning that we've already done as the Louisiana Rouxgaroux, man, we're miles ahead of, I believe, other organizations and what we're even planning to do, because we have, football operations people. We got all the right people in place. So it's gonna be awesome, man.
Coach Blair, what's the message to the fans?
Oh man, dude. Hey, he said a lot, but the biggest thing is, hey, we're in Louisiana, and they better get ready because we're gonna let the good times roll. That's the biggest thing. It's a party, and we're gonna put action on the field and action for the fans to be part of.
Well, Keith, apparently you're the mascot too. So, what's the
Well,
message to the fans?
that may work. We actually got our new mascot costume in today, but to echo off these guys, and the reason that they're so excited is we've added the first employee that we added was Kimberly Jacks, who came to us with 12 years of sports management experience from actually the Mudbugs, the Shreveport Bossier Mudbugs, 12 years there, and the hockey team, from game operations to ticket sales to putting corporate packages together. And she's been hitting the ground running for the last month. And it's been unbelievable the amount of people that have reached out to us already wanting ticket package. Our season tickets will go on sale soon. Our partnership packages, our field suites. And then we've already got the final stages, and we'll be releasing in the next couple of weeks our fan club logo and uh, our pup crew, our little small kids club, and Heather Fontenot is coming back from last year, and we've revamped the entire fan club with a new mission statement, and we have got a couple of other families that have stepped up that's wanted to help us put a great product for the community, and I'm just excited all the way around. I mean, it's just been I'm very passionate about doing it right, and I am surrounding myself with people that believe that there is no I in team, and we're not going to have any players that just are here for themselves. It's all or nothing. It's a team mentality, and that team is in our front office, and our sales and marketing and outreach piece, which my wife's heading up. She's heading up all the community outreach stuff with our donations and putting packages together for auctions and St. Jude's and Shriners and Ronald McDonald House, and having to get Salvation Army and Boys and Girls Club, and those things are already started, and it's just September 15th. So we're excited. Our theme nights are done. Our game ops are done. Our halftime things are done. We're leaps and bounds ahead, and we're excited to roll out this media packages and all the people that are coming on board to help us do this thing right, and that's the key. So I'll echo what those guys said. We're excited about it, Jim.
So the fans to inquire for tickets or any of these packages, is there a phone number for them to reach?
Yep, you'll find that on our social media page, which we're now just rolling out a couple of media pieces. LouisianaRouxgaroux.com is the website that is being finished behind the scenes, and you're going to see a fine-tuned product through the NAL. And good segue. The NAL, the National Arena League, Brandon, our office, and what they're doing, our owners, our owner operators, and their support. The whole concept of the NAL and why we're here is a win-win for everybody. And the things that we're doing as a league, the NAL shop, our digital media, our media rollout is just absolutely phenomenal. And we've got a lot of strong owners, Colorado, Sioux City, and of course, I would be remiss not to mention Ricky Burt's and the Omaha Beef, which I'm sure will be on our schedule some point this year, and we look forward to it. And I just couldn't do it without the support of the other owners and Brandon and the NAL office. So it's about football, but it's also about putting great people on the field that are in it for the right reason, and the community embracing that, and everybody wins, and that's the key.
Everyone wins. So, well, speaking about Louisiana, we gotta talk about it. LSU for real this year?
Did you see who LSU just bagged?
Hey, just
Did you
go
see the
and
latest
say.
recruit? Did you see the latest recruit from Shreveport, Louisiana? Peyton Houston from Shreveport, Louisiana, the #1 passing quarterback in the nation from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Hey, just saying. We gotta talk about
The Louisiana Rouxgaroux. No, we got some football players, man. We got some area. Okay.
I had to get a little of this LSU for real. They look pretty good.
Hey, LSU. We didn't want to show our game plan Saturday night against Florida. We'll hold that to maybe even the national championship game against Florida State. But
I think this will be a little redemption you guys want to have over my alma mater, but okay.
Yeah, LSU will win the national championship and Nussmeier win the Heisman. And I'm not saying that 2026 Rouxgaroux is going to win the national championship, but we're going to get real close.
So you're going to call shots for the LSU, but not the. I see how it is. That's pretty good. Coach Blair, it's a pleasure. T-Will, it's a pleasure. Keith. Well, 2026 is, we're in September right now. Technically, it's 2026 for us because we're getting ready for the season kicking off in March. To the fans of Louisiana, remember where to go, LouisianaRouxgaroux.com. Contact the phone. Bug these individuals to get more information about the Rouxgaroux. Any final words there, gents?
The Roux's coming.
Go Roux.
Keith?
Go Roux. Thanks for everything you're doing, Jim. Appreciate you.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Inside the Walls of Podcast. Remember to keep up to date with all NAL news at thenationalarenaleague.com and all social media at NAL Football. I am Jim. These are your Louisiana Rouxgaroux. We'll be back next week for a special episode. You saw the tease. We can't tell you what it's about. We'll see you next week here, 8 o'clock Eastern, for another episode for Inside the Walls Podcast.